Hey guys, how you doing? Oh my goodness, very, very late. Probably too late. How am I late? I'm 2 minutes late. Not bad. Okay. Not my best, but better than usual. Hoping it's not too washed out with the light. But I'm staring into light, so I don't know. Anyway, some people will catch up and get on. My God, I need a haircut. Get some layers cut into this mop. Here, pop-ups all over the damn place. Go away. All right. Well, I really didn't have a lot to talk about today because honestly, just very excited about reopening the shop on Wednesday. China and I will be working in the shop all weekend long and doing some cleaning and disinfecting on Monday and Tuesday. I've looked at the necessary mandates and we're ready to go. Got a box of masks. Everyone will be wearing a mask until future notice, further notice. But otherwise, we are good. Lots of new stuff in the store. Lots of moving things around, and of course, it's nothing like a deep cleaning to make everything. Hey, Noreen. Hi, Faith. I'm like moving everything around to get deep cleaning going on, and it's been 3 years that we're there, so it's necessary. I don't want to spill the beans about the new stuff in the store, except I did share the wish paper with you. But there are some really cool things, and moving that whole dragon castle display into the back room there. Hey, Elizabeth. Wait a minute, I can't even read this without my glasses here. Where I put them up here? 75 degrees and rain. Actually, rain just showed up here, and now they're talking about a hurricane tornado watch for parts of Connecticut right now. Nicoletta, Rosemary, hi. Yeah, so that's our wacky Connecticut weather. It was a beautiful day. I was in the garden all day. Got all the planters in front of the shop planted, and my window boxes and hanging baskets, and in the herb garden. So wonderful. Hey there. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway, I'm not sure what to tell you. It's slowly waking up. Nicoletta has been sharing beautiful videos of New York City, and we're coming alive. Of course, traffic is coming back. We're getting back into different grooves now, slowly and I think cautiously, but optimistically. I am not. What is the word for it? Oh my God, I'm not. That's why I can't think of the word for it. Someone doesn't like to go out. Yeah, tornado watch. What do you call it? Someone doesn't like to go out. Someone who prefers to be inside. Oh, come on, guys. You know what I'm talking about. Begins with an I. Introvert. An introvert. I am not an introvert. So I cannot wait to get back out talking to people, meeting people, and being busy with people because I like people. I enjoy a people person. I don't understand people who say things like, I hate people or can't stand people. There's some. You're a hermit. Anyways, or hermit. Yeah, that's a word. Homebody. No, hey Karen. None of that for me. None of that for me. Of course, it's easy when you live above your shop. That becomes very simple. Finish up, walk up the stairs, and I'm home, and I can do what I do. I'm home with my 15-year-old, who is not enjoying this either. He is also an extrovert and an athlete, and this has been really hard. You know, it's one of those things, man. It's been great for the kids who are introverted, great for the kids who, prefer to do this online. I know it's working out for a lot of kids. And I think parents are going to probably be thinking about homeschooling if they continue to do so well. However, all four of mine loved school. They enjoyed going. They liked socializing. They all played sports, and wasn't without bad days and bad times. And a couple of them got bullied here and there, and I dealt with that. But overall, I never had to worry about getting up in the morning. They were up. They were dressed. They were out the door. I never had that struggle. So I am lucky for that. Anyways, what are we doing here? Hold on. What's going on? Can't see. Oh, man. People are moving to Tennessee. So many people going to Tennessee. And it's beautiful down there. I didn't know there was that much business, but I can't believe how many folks are going that direction. The weather is really cool. I think you still get some seasons, but you get, God knows your money goes further than it does in Fairfield County. Right? But yeah, Tennessee's a hot spot. I'm glad for you. All 4th of July celebrations, at least in Connecticut, have been canceled. There'll be no fireworks. And we have amazing fireworks here for the Derby Shelton. It's just like they really are fantastic. And I'm on the 3rd floor, so I have a balcony that lets me watch them. But I am happy to not be spending the money on that, given how much money we've spent other ways. Yeah, you need out. Yep. On the 20th. Wednesday is my first day back. And we will have fairs going on the 20th. And the next day, whatever day that is, the next Saturday, back online with the fairs. Sat there for a minute and thought about it and how we could do a spacing. And if we turn the tables lengthwise, and our big table in the back is already 5 feet across, will be plenty of space in between, 6 feet. And I read that too. The Big E was still going to go on. All the fairs are canceled. I'm assuming all the rock shows I go to and buy, I'm sure they're done. But it's going to be nice. Greenwich canceled their fireworks. Right? It's going to be nice being back at work. I can't wait. But when you love what you do, you feel like it's important what you do, you feel validated about what you do, you enjoy working. Okay, so did I forget? I didn't even check. Did I forget Gemini last week? Did I leave them out? Maybe somebody was asking about Gemini. Asking, oh my God, because there was that one awful month that I almost forgot Virgo, and then the Virgos let me know. You're disappointed, but anyway. Hey Carrie, how you doing? So, anyways, did I forget Gemini last week? I hope not. I had a Taurus a couple weeks ago asking me why I go so fast through Taurus, so I spend a little time with Taurus. Good. I read Gemini. Good. I didn't think I have opal rings. I haven't. It's funny. He took his whole shop offline with the COVID crisis. I'm hoping he puts it back on, but I get some really cool opal rings. But I'm trying to think if we have anything. I used to have pink opals, but they're actually precious stones. They're not semi-precious, and the price on them is insane. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, we'll go backwards. Okay. Here you go. Yeah, and they're fragile. Opals are fragile. A lot of water. You gotta be careful. You don't wear them in really hot water. And but I do have some really beautiful rings that I get at a really good price. I keep all my rings like usually in that $25, $30 range. Some really nice sterling, some nice thick sterling. So I'll find those dealers from. Can't think where my dealers are from. Not Thailand. I'll go some from Thailand. Out that way. All right. Anything else going on, guys? Any questions? Anything happening? Just trying to keep away from the news for the most part. Honestly, trying not to focus on it too much. I was at Benedict's today and it was packed, but everyone had masks on. And I was in the greenhouse and I was in the shop getting goat food and chicken food. And not a big problem. People were all, being considerate. So I have high hopes for my little shop. Anywho, all right. Well, I don't know what else to talk about. Oh. Do you have a pendulum? Because sometimes if you ask the pendulum to go room by room, yes, no, is it in the living room? Is it in the bedroom? And then narrow it down to is it in the bedroom? Is it in a drawer? Try using your pendulum to find things. That's actually no pendulum. Okay, you can make a pendulum. In fact, a lot of us have seen them at your work at baby showers, just a ring on a thread. Try that. Take one of your rings and just tie it onto a thread and hold it maybe like 10 inches and ask it to show you yes, ask it to show you no, how it swings right, left, up and down, back and forth, up this way. Ask it, show me yes, show me no, and then go through room by room. Good practice that way. Right? Give it a try and then message me if you have any other questions about that. Feels like it's in a bedroom. You can use your car keys. People use everything. I've seen people use a long earring, but you want to has to be able to swing though. I've seen people use just a heavy chain, but it has to be able to swing. There has to be something to make movement happen. So you can use a thread and a heavy nut. That's a plumb bob for when you're hanging wallpaper or whatever, just to keep things straight. Yeah. So, people love pendulums because they're the only divination device that answers a definitive yes or no. Everything else is subjective. No, you have to. Each pendulum answers differently. So you ask the pendulum that you create or buy, show me yes, show me no. Once you determine what yes and no is, that's it. That doesn't change for the pendulum. But different pendulums answer differently. Some spin right or left. Some spin back and forth, up and down, or a combination. It could be different. It doesn't have to be. Ask it to show you yes, and ask it to show you no, and hold it, and try to look at it. If you can just not focus on it at all, and put your elbow on a table. That's how I was taught to do it. And again, right hand, left hand, it's personal preference. Most of us use our left hands if we're right-handed, but you may not want to do it that way. Needle and thread, yep, that's true too. All right. So a lot of pendulum at the store, a lot of pendulums. In fact, I got some in, like a year now, some Orgone, I was really doubtful about them because Orgone is like a plastic resin, but you have pieces of metal and gemstones, chips, and when they're done properly, and these are done really well, they're crystal clear. And so the peridot, citrine, what else do I have? Obviously, rose quartz, amethyst, get some tourmaline, apatite. Oh my God, looks so beautiful in there. It just magnifies the colors in the stone, just saturated. It's so pretty. So that's really cool. And they're light. They're not as heavy as some of the other ones. Like hematite pendulums are really heavy. Got some cool metal ones, but they swing great. A lot of action, very very quickly. They don't stay still very long. And that's how you, when you're testing them, it's how quickly they move. There are pendulum stands where you just basically put them in the stand, and then you put your hands around them and you don't touch them at all. And I've watched people go by the pendulums, and all of them will start swinging. Like the minute somebody walks by, they all start to move. It's really cool. Some people are just like, hey, listen, that's their thing. Everyone has a thing, and no one is good at all of it. Like I always say with tarot, and I've said it, you've heard me say it. I teach tarot. I can teach you tarot front, back, upside down, whatever. But it may not be your thing. You can learn it. You could add it to your arsenal of things that you use, but it may not be your personal tool of choice. Like I said, I studied viola for 3 years, clarinet for a year, bass guitar for a couple of years. I could read music, but I had no musical gift, none. And you can't buy gift, you don't learn gift. You either have it or you don't. In my Saturday night with Andrea, who I was just talking to earlier today, by the way, we were picking each other's brains about readings and moving forward with that. And we were talking about mediumship schools and mediumship classes, and no disrespect. I think sometimes that's not something you can learn, but who am I to say? Learn what you want to learn. I do know some people cannot move energy. They can take all the Reiki they want to take, every energy class they want to take. And then some people with no classes at all, just natural. They just move energy very easily. Come on. Anyway, so I just want to see comments, and then we're going to throw some cards. Right? That's true. So it was a pendulum. You can glue them, actually. There is one theory that when a stone breaks, they're taking a hit for you. So that that can be true. That's certainly true of the hematite rings that just absorb negativity. But when you're wearing a crystal and it breaks, that's the thought. But you can use glass glue in the little jars there, in the super glue aisle, but it's specific to glass, and it'll hold it. A lot of times the tips, if you have the triangular shaped ones, the tips break off. They end up hitting the tabletop one too many times and they splinter off. So that's fun. But yeah, it's really funny. Someone will come in and they'll really want like an amethyst pendulum, and then they're looking and they hold them and they're doing nothing. And then they pick up one that, and it swings immediately. So it is something. I had a guy in the shop years and years ago who was literally having a nervous breakdown, just really having a bad time of it. And so a woman who was in says, I do energy work. Do you think you would mind? I says, no, I think you'd be okay with that. And I said, do you need anything? She goes, no, I'm going to use an earring. And I'm just going to check your chakras. And she took her earring off, and it was this long dangling earring. And if you've ever held a pendulum, I wish I had one here right now, you have to get them to spin like a helicopter. You usually have to whip and I'm sensitive to that. I mean, I watch people when they're holding them and look at it move, and they're doing this, and I'm like, yeah, it's moving. But that's why you rest your elbow and you don't look at it. But she took that earring off, she held it up, and I literally, when I tell you like a helicopter, and there was no way she could have moved herself. Like I said, some people have these pendulum stands. I do want to get them in the store, where you just basically put the little holder there and just put your hands around it, and it moves without you touching it. I need to get those in. Are they safe? They're safe. Yeah, if they fall and they break, then absolutely. There's no possession with the pendulums. I know that's a concern. No. The only thing is that you should ask no more than 3 questions at a sitting. Make sure you're asking the same questions over and over again. And by that I mean, is he going to call? Is he going to call tomorrow? Is he going to call this week? I mean, it's the same question, guys. You're just asking in different ways. My God. So, and then people say, well, I always get different answers. I'm like, yeah, it's the same question. So you don't want to do that. Ask different questions and put it away. And, oh my God, I always say this website wrong. Powers. It's the best site. If you want to play around with divination, I'll put it in the comments. Hang on. You know what? I'm going to check my phone really quick because it is the most fun site. If you're looking for something to, I always hear Powers. Selena. Selena. Serena Powers. Okay, so it is, hold on. It is, this is so much fun. Stupid laptop. Stop it. Right there. SerenaPowers.com. And you, let's see here. Go in that site. And it's a great learning tool. I'm just trying to see, there's a way to get in. They're all computer generated, but it's really cool. So it's divination and fortune telling. It says click here for free reading. So you click on that. And then there's over 30 methods. You can go with a quick, like a one yes or no, or you scroll and it's animal spirits, charm casts, numerology, playing cards. I love the playing cards ones myself. Dominoes, I Ching, Mahjong, Spanish cards, runes, tarot cards, really cool, even astro compatibility. So it's just, and then what they do is you pick on, let's say, playing cards, and then they give you all the different spreads you can do. You pick a spread, and then you throw them, and it's really a cool way to learning the runes. A lot of you want to learn the runes. There's all different casts, and yeah, so that's. But a word of warning: if you go on and you, let's say, do playing cards, and then you think, oh, I'll be slick and I'll ask the same, because don't ask the same question. I'll ask the same question in the runes. Well, you'll get the same answers. It's programmed. I don't know how they do it, but they pick up, and you're thinking it, right? You're not even writing it down. So it's pretty funny. But they're all synced in somehow. Oh no! Did she? How did she do with her ice cream? Veda had her ice cream. What, they give him a little cup? Oh man! All right. Dog grew so fast I can't stand it. Good. All right. Well, I'm going to start with Pisces. And we're going to work our way backwards. Same 6-card spread. That seems to work well. Okay. So we start with the Tower. The Moon and the 9 of Coins. Knight of Cups reversed. Page of Coins reversed. 8 of Cups. Well, the Tower is the Tower, and that is usually some sort of catastrophic thing that comes out of nowhere. COVID would be a great example of the Tower. I always say it's like 9/11. It's like watching those planes fly into that tower. The same feeling. And with the Tower, it's the upright here. When the Tower is reversed, it's still catastrophic change, but you bring it on. How does that work? Well, the Tower upright would be getting served with divorce papers out of the blue, not expecting it. And the Tower reverse is like you serving the divorce papers out of the blue. All right. But here we have a catastrophic or chaotic event that came out of nowhere. The Moon, things hidden, and the 9 of Coins, which is money. It's also intuition. I will tell you, a lot of readers are making good money using their intuition during this time. So a lot of people are actually, a lot of people are making money. Period. People are making money off this, and I always say Walt Disney started Disneyland during the Depression. A lot of money was made during the Depression too. I mean, who wouldn't love to have some stock in masks right now, huh? Um, so the Knight of Coins reversed, the Page of Coins reversed. I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups reversed. I'm going to say it's could be a change of how you do business, how you make money, not loving the way you've been doing it. And the Eight of Cups is travel, trip, sometimes move and relocation. Not so much a big relocation, but just a move in general. I'm going to put this down. Oh, the rain is pounding out there. I'm going to put this down to the possibility of moving to be closer to work is one thing. Bringing work home with you. Making changes with work. But it's funny because it's all being done intuitively and it's unconventional. So there's something here that with Pisces, just give me a second here, throw one more card. You're not telling anybody about it either, Pisces. You're just kind of making plans. Okay, well, like I just did just now, telling you I've got new stuff going out the shop, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm keeping it a surprise. And anyway, okay, you're back. Marie, hi. Okay. So anyways, yeah, basically with Pisces, I'm going to say intuiting your way through something, really not sharing it right now, the thought of doing something different, doing something out of the house, possibly relocating to be closer to work. Excuse me. And yeah, nothing awful, but it's coming out of this time. It's coming out of, I'm going to say, out of the COVID, experience. All right, Aquarius, we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Page of Wands reversed. Seven of Swords, the Seven of Coins reversed, and the High Priestess. It's interesting, and you hear me often say the signs that are conjunct. I'll say, well, this one is like this, but it's a little different. So we have the High Priestess, which is not that different than the moon. Still looking at something intuitively. I always say the three most intuitive signs of the zodiac: Scorpio, Pisces, and Aquarius. Yeah, air sign Aquarius, with their flashes, their psychic flashes. Scorpio just knows stuff. Pisces feels things, and Aquarius gets flashes of psychic insight, which are usually spot on. And most Aquarians, very, very good judges of character because they quickly flash on that. So Aquarius, this idea of moving forward, Wheel of Fortune, good luck. Unlike Pisces, you are talking about it. And I'm going to say the Seven of Swords, which is usually toxic work environment for me, gossip, and I think honestly, you might be thinking about leaving work as well. You might be looking, and that's of course that's what we're coming out of with COVID. People have been working out of the house, and they don't want to go back to the office. I hear that over and over again. I don't want to go back. I'm enjoying this working out of the house, and I am more productive. And believe me, companies are seeing that too. And it behooves many companies to have you working out of the house because honestly, they don't have to rent a corporate space, which is extremely expensive. They don't pay corporate taxes on space. Again, very expensive. I pay more for my phones because they're business versus personal. Everything that's business, you pay more for. They hit you harder. So companies aren't stupid. And they're like, shoot, yeah, as long as you've got a dedicated space that you can do work out of the house. So I'm going to say for Aquarius, this idea of not really feeling work, not really want to go back to work, looking at different ways to make money. But in this case, I'm going to say you might actually be in the process of telling people, I want to do things different, or I'm looking for another job, or I know I want to work out of the house. I don't see you needing any training. I think it's going to be in the field you're in. So but you're definitely looking at ways to, yeah, move forward the Fool and figure out how you can, I want to say, do something and be out of the office, be away from toxic people and gossip and the whole office politics, which most Aquarians hate that. That is not an Aquarian thing, gossip. You would think because the air signs, Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo even, drama. But Aquarians have no, they don't like that. All right. Capricorn. Well, we start with the Nine of Wands, which is moving forward in your career. Nine of Wands is, crossing bridges, new creative enterprises. And what's interesting, it looks like you're you're doing more in areas that you wouldn't call your specialty areas. The Magician reversed, and yet, I'm looking at Temperance. Doesn't matter. You have expertise you probably didn't even realize you had. You might feel uncomfortable with it, but to run with it. The bigger concern for me is that you may not be getting paid with taking on extra jobs. Probably not a concern because it's coming, Knight of Coins and the Emperor. So they might be picking your brain a little bit. They might be asking you to fill in for somebody who's out. They might be asking you to, I would say, work in areas that aren't what you were hired to do. Again, Nine of Wands, moving forward, advancement. Temperance has it all balancing out in the end. And I'm sorry, I said Temperance. I meant Judgment. But that, again, is signing contracts. It's the freedom and the liberty to do what you really feel like you should be doing. It is being fully, and the Nine of Wands too, is being fully utilized. The Nine of Wands reversed is the fear of moving forward, the thought that you don't have what it takes to move forward. But it's not, it's upright. You can do this. Capricorn is not one to fake it till you make it. Branson with the Virgin Airlines, he's famously said, take every opportunity, say yes to everything, learn it on the job. That's not really the Capricorn way. Okay, they want to know. They are fastidious like that. Virgo's another one, But I'm seeing money coming in. The Emperor, I'm seeing you, again, leadership position. So, you might be worried, and I say that because I'm seeing the Star reverse next to this Magician reverse, or like oh my God, I'm a fake, I'm a fraud. They're going to recognize it. They're going to realize it. I don't really have the expertise, the training, whatever experience. Well, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, because all these cards back you up. Just move forward. In this case, you can take that, fake it till you make it, because you're not faking it. How's that? Okay? All right, Sagittarius. Okay, so the first card up is the Eight of Swords reversed. It's the end of an anxious time. Two of Swords, rock in a hard place. And the Queen of Swords reversed. We have the Devil, the King of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Oy. Well, these cards have you dealing with what looks like a female who's really difficult. Queen of Swords reversed, the Devil, not great. And it's rock in a hard place. It seems to be attached to work, Sag. Because King of Wands reversed, and the Three of Cups. And it looks like you love what you do. You're happy with what you do. It also, I will say it also could be an interloper in your relationship. And it could be, one of those situations where he has a friend, a best friend, who's always around, but they're just friends, and you really can't say anything and not be a bitch, because you can have friends of the opposite sex, right? Hey, so there could be some of that Sagittarius. So if and again, I don't see anybody cheating, but man, she's a thorn in your side. If it's attached to work, again, man, she's a thorn in your side, and you're stuck with her. Two of Swords, rock in a hard place. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You got to work with this person. Again, Three of Cups, King of Wands, great cards for work, love, but there is this fly in the ointment, and she is a beach. If you're in a relationship, I think it's going well. Ace of Cups. There's just someone in the peripheral who you're stuck with for now. Okay? It's someone that you can't get rid of. You can't really, and it's hard for Sag because they're not known for a filter. But in this case, bad mouthing this person, whether it's work or personal, ain't gonna get you anywhere. Hopefully, it's not a mother-in-law, but it's somebody who is there for the long haul and might have been there before you were there, and you cannot get rid of them. Okay. Hey, Marie. Yes, less overhead. Yep. And they can set you up with a computer and all the stuff that they need and save a lot of money. There you go, Nicoletta. Awesome. Mother-in-law. Okay. Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. Just so figure it out. Getting rid of his mother. All right. So we have Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. We start off with the Two of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Empress reversed. The Ace of Coins reversed, the Five of Swords reversed, the Seven of Cups reversed. Well, on one hand, the Two of Wands has you supported. I'm going to say secure in the job because these are wands, which are all career, and coins. Well trained, you know your job. Seven of Wands. Might even be doing some training. However, the Empress reversed, the Ace of Coins reversed. It's almost like the Empress reverse is either a woman who wants her own business or had her own business and was forced into retirement or forced out of a business. The woman out of power. The same for the Emperor reversed. Men out of power. I'm going to say you're not getting paid enough. Ace of Coins reversed. And you do know what you want to do. That's the good news. Then that helps a lot. The Seven of Cups reversed, you know what you want. Emotionally, you know what you want. And the Five of Swords reversed suggests that you're starting to talk to professional people. The Five of Swords is the need to talk to professional people. Like if you were thinking of getting divorced, time to talk to a lawyer. But when it's reversed, it's you're thinking of that about doing that. You're actually going to be thinking about who you need to talk to regarding a switch up here. Because I don't know that you love what you're doing. Looking at this Empress reversed, again, the Ace of Coins reversed, not making enough money, not being paid enough money, needing more money. But I will say, Scorp, you're on the trail of something new. A card here. A lot of anxiety, too. Well, I do see money getting better. And I'm going to put some of that on the COVID, too. Five of Coins reversed. I am a little concerned with the Queen of Cups reversed, with the Empress reversed, that you might be low-key depressed. This might just be really weighing on you heavily. This sense of being out of power, this sense of it's not going to happen tomorrow, Let me see one more card. Strength. Okay, so I don't see you getting sick. I was concerned you'd be getting sick. I am concerned about depression, which Scorpio hides very well. No one, poker face. They don't bleed in public, shall we say. You know what you want to do? It's trying to make it pay, same as everybody else. But you are talking to people. You are on the right track. Experts in whatever field you want to go into, you have connections, and you're starting to play those connections. Okay? And that's good. But yeah, the sooner the better. Yeah, it is. All right. So, Libra. All right, Libra, we have the Page of Cups, World reversed, Six of Swords. Temperance reversed, Six of Coins, Three of Wands. How does that play out to me? Well, Libra, looks like you're ready for a change. You might have a trip planned for later in the summer. I think you're going to go on it. If you have a trip planned, I think you'll be going on it. You're ready for a change of pace. These cards could speak to a baby on the way. Six of Coins, believe it or not, is also a baby on the way. Three of Wands, you might have one starting school and have starting another baby. Interesting. And then there's some sense of how you're going to balance a second, or a third. You're ready for a big change, though. The other could be either you or a child going away to school. And I say that, Three of Wands, Six of Swords, so maybe, and the Page of Cups. That can be a young person leaving for college, leaving for school. Definitely is big changes here. But there's no disaster. There's nothing. Six of Wands, I mean, moving forward. There's a sense of, if it is a kid going away to college, and of course, again, everything going on, who would want their kid away from them? So maybe you're trying to encourage Six of Cups reversed to not leave home, not leave Connecticut or the home state you're in. This idea of let's stay close to home for now. Yahoo! Okay. One more card here. The Lovers. I'll tell you, it's all being done in a wonderful energy, like a really loving energy. So whether it's travel or a baby coming in or a child going off to college, it's all being masterminded with a lot of love, a lot of support, a lot of we're ready for this. We're ready for this adventure. We're ready. And I'm going to say that the Six of Swords does speak to adventure. It speaks to travel and relocation and movement. But with these cards supporting it, it's all, there's enough money, there's enough love, there's enough support, there's planning that we're ready for this change. And yeah. But again, with that Six of Cups reversed next to the Six of Swords, it's like, okay, do you really want to go away now? Do we really want to travel right now? Maybe we should stay closer to home? My money would really be on making that travel, making that trip, or making that relocation, or going away to that college. I would, honestly. But you've got to do what's best for your family. Okay? But change is on the way. All right, Virgo. Virgo, Ace of Wands reversed. Knight of Wands reversed. Five of Cups. Ace of Swords reversed. Justice reversed. The Sun. Okay. Well, not great, but it has a happy ending. The Ace of Swords reversed. I'm sorry, the Ace of Wands reversed, excuse me, is these first cards are in a shadow. So lack of support, lack of partnership. And I'm going to put it onto work because I'm looking at the Page of Wands reversed next to it. Lack of a movement. Could be a bad. The Five of Cups is crying over spilt milk. Maybe you think you made a bad decision. You might have made a move into a job that, I'm not happy here. This was a mistake. Ace of Swords reversed. Well, Virgo is stoic. Virgo, again, is someone that's going to bleed in public, just like Scorpio. So they're being quiet about it, but Justice reversed. You might be looking at getting out of contracts. You might be looking at, getting out of contracts. The legalities of what you've done. Now, the Sun would indicate that there's legalities that are going to be in your favor. If there is something you're trying to get out of, and it doesn't feel like it's a marriage, it doesn't feel like a divorce. It feels like maybe it's a real estate or and real estate would be business real estate, or a job, a promotion or a new job that just isn't what you thought it was going to be. Eight of Coins. So, I mean, you're not going to leave until you get another job. You're not going to do anything until you have something else lined up. Be really clear about that. That would not be a Virgo way of doing things. But this idea of start looking at the legalities. Start looking at what you can do to change things. It's not something you can just go and hand in your resignation. You might have signed a contract, like to work for 3 years for someone, possibly a law firm. Usually you do that. You sign contracts that say you'll be there for a certain length of time, and you may not want to be there anymore. So, but the cards have this ending successfully. Four of Coins. That's the other side of it. Now, you may not make the money that you were making here, but I'm seeing you happy. Eight of Coins, the Sun, motivated, enjoying what you do. So you might not make the same money, but you're a lot happier. So leaving one for another, maybe without the pressure or without whatever was making you unhappy. But, okay. All right. So we have Leo. Leo, we have the Page of Swords reversed. We have the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Coins. Nine of Cups reversed. Ten of Swords reversed. Ten of Wands reversed. I'm going to throw one more card. Ooh, King of Swords reversed. Okay, so Leo. Page of Swords reversed. If you're waiting for news, you're not getting it just yet, or it just maybe that you're being quiet, not talking, and there may be a child you're not speaking to. I said that because the Queen of Coins is next to that. So there may be someone that you're not talking to right now. There's no communication going on. I do see you happy at home, though. It's like, so if it's a child, it's a grown child. It's not a baby or a young child in the home, because the home itself is happy. Queen of Coins, you have enough money, you're working, whatever you're doing, there's enough to get by here and keep everyone happy. And that seems to be a priority. Now, what I do see, Nine of Cups reversed, which is this sense of I'm not going to get what I want. The Ten of Swords reversed, coming out of a bad situation. The Ten of Wands, which is the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm putting it on the King of Swords reversed, which is a bully, which is a man who's not kind with his words. Now, here's what I'm thinking. You may have an ex-husband who's keeping one of the kids hostage, or who's playing games with one of the kids, which happens a lot. Talking in their ear when they're over at the house. Really unfair situation. That's the first thing. And the Queen of Wands, female workaholic, you're working, you're doing everything right. It also could be, yes, it could be someone associated with work. There is no broken hearts here. Man, you are nearing the edge of your rope, though. You really are with this guy. He's skating on thin ice, as my mother would say. This is somebody who is skating on some thin ice, Four of Wands. And so it could be someone at work who is also trying to keep you from being promoted, who's talking behind your back to, man, I don't know, because this doesn't work for him in the end. I'm seeing promotion. I'm seeing things going well. He should stop, because it's not, again, not going to work for him. When ends up good for you, focus on home, focus on being happy at home, because this person is going to be found out. Okay? You won't look bad in this situation, even if he's trying to make you look bad, whether he's trying to make you look bad to a kid or make you look bad at work. This is somebody who's a bully, who uses their words in that way. Your ex-husband. Okay, Marie. Yeah. Yep. All right. Cancer. My hair is I'm so sorry. Ow, my hair is killing me. All right. So we have the Hangman. We have the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Chariot reversed. We have the Four of Swords reversed, King of Coins reversed, and the Nine of Swords. Anxiety all over this shit for Cancer. Anxiety. At first glance, I would think there's a man who's out of work, or the King of Coins reversed, no money coming in. A lot of anxiety there. And the decision to stay in the field you're in, the job you have, or look for something else, that's one thing. Boom, right here. There is some question about staying in the field or going into something else. Although I think you're going to give it a little more time. The Hangman would suggest just that, hanging in there, delayed gratification. King of Cups. And a good guy. He's not lazy. He's just trying to figure out next steps. This is someone trying to figure out next steps. Probably not working, or not working as much. There is a financial shortage, a lot of anxiety around a financial shortage. But I don't see like heartbreak. I don't see fighting. I don't see it's really it's almost like, do I say, do I go? Do I do this? Do I do that? Ten of Coins reversed. And Death. The problem is, I mean, and I'm going to say this honestly, the Ten of Coins reversed, the Death card, there could be some question about keeping your home. It's becoming, I'm going to say at the very least, it's becoming hard to pay the bills. So I'm going to say anything to get money in would be a good idea. And of course, this is a terrible time for that, because nobody's hiring, nobody's interviewing. It's not, well, they're interviewing, but they're doing everything virtually. And a lot of delays on jobs right now for Cancer. Let's throw one more card, because that was dismal. Two of Coins, juggling money. You'll be able to juggle for now, but there is some fear about like mortgage or rent, the house. So probably going to make a decision pretty soon. Two of Cups reversed, two people that want different things, or two people who are saying, probably one person is like, well, I'm going to look, and one person is like, well, I'm going to stay and see if it works out. They're calling us back in. I don't know what I'm doing. And you know, again, the cards are like, just focus on work. Focus on work. Stop fighting and focus on work. Find out what is the thing that has to happen first and foremost. Don't argue about it. You've got to get money going into the house. So do whatever you have to do, Cancer, to get money into the house. All right. Okay. And Cancer, obviously, not every Cancer in the world is having a situation where they're afraid or they can't pay their rent or their mortgage. That's not true, you know, obviously. but maybe one of your kids is having that issue. Maybe you've got a brother or sister having that issue, and your job is to help advise them, hey, look, I know you want to hang in there, but you're 2 months behind on your mortgage. You need to get some money going. You better start looking around. So it may not apply to you per se personally, but it could be something that's happening right in your peripheral. So, and I'm going to say there, it's shoot or get off the pot kind of thing. You've got to. It's getting dire. You can't wait too much longer. The urge to wait is there, and cancer is a patient sign. Cancer sometimes has a hard time getting off their mark. They tend to cling to things too long. Very nostalgic. Their feelings get hurt a lot. Yeah. Very sentimental. But in this case, it's really about the bottom line. Okay? And that's Cancer. All right. So we have Gemini. Gemini. Okay, Gemini. So we have the Ten of Coins. That is wonderful. That is the opposite of what I just said for Cancer. There's money in the house, death reversed, and the Hermit. Two of Coins reversed, Eight of Wands, King of Coins reversed. This is exactly what I talked about earlier with the signs and people. I want to work out of the house. I like doing this. The Hermit would say, I like being virtual. I like being out of the office. Death reversed. I'm ready for this change. Eight of Wands, focusing on career. Two of Coins reversed, financially able to do it. King of Coins reversed. It's about the industry. Can your work, what you do for a living or what you want to do for a living, support you working out of the house? Now, not everyone can, obviously. It also could be having been home. Now, I've got a few people who've been home and they're like, you know what? It sucks I'm in the money, but I really like being home. And I want to look for a job that let me stay home. I know I would enjoy this. And after 2 months of being home, you know it. I'm climbing the walls personally. I can't wait to get back in my shop. But not an introvert. But for a lot of people, and this is again the introvert card, the Hermit, this is somebody who likes being home, who wants to make money out of the home, who's ready for a change. Like there's a lot of anxiety about going back or not working. Page of Wands reversed. Nine of Cups reversed. I'm going to say for Gemini, there's the fear that you don't have the training or the background or what you need to do what you want to do out of the house to make a change. The death reversed is a big change, metamorphosis, and you're bringing that on. You're saying, I want something different. I'm ready for a change. I'm ready for a new life. King of Swords. Swords are air. That's a Gemini man. Communication is key. What can you do out of the house? Utilizing technology, communication. What can you do out of the house to make money, Gemini? I wish I could tell you. I wish I could pass out lottery tickets, honestly. But the Devil reverse suggests something toxic, something bad. Three of Cups, it's not the relationship. Four of Cups, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Stuck in place. Oh, man. For Gemini, it's really, even though the Two of Swords didn't come in, that damned if you do, damned if you don't. The one thing the tarot cards can't do is to tell you what you should be when you grow up. I mean, this is about using communication technology to make money. But you may not have the training, the degree, whatever necessary to do that work. You may say, oh, I'd like to do this, except that I can't get hired in that position. I don't have the background for it. Also something, I'm going into depth here for Gemini, Seven of Coins reversed, Seven of Swords reversed. There's also a sense of people talking, because that's a gossip card, and the Seven of Coins reversed. So it may be, I know a few Geminis that are on disability, that are just squeaking by, but they can't do a whole lot else, or they lose benefits. And that would be Seven of Swords reversed, which is gossip, talk, that Devil card there, toxic, and the Seven of Coins reversed, which is I know what I want to do. One more card. Page of Cups reversed. It just looks like your options are kind of crappy, without a degree, I mean, Geminis are natural salespeople. That's the sign of the salesperson. So I would want to be leaning towards sales, online sales. There's the money, so yeah, I'm going to validate myself. There's money there somehow in online sales. What you're going to sell, I can't tell you. Okay, but that and that's where it's going, man. It's going in that direction. Amazon's working with more small businesses, but people are liking that too. They're liking getting things online. So if there's something that you specialize in, if there's something that you do better than anybody else, the cards are suggesting that is where you can make money is online. Okay. Taurus. I'm just going to check comments for a sec. Hey, Lisa. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, most Geminis are social too by nature. So this whole idea of being stuck inside is usually not good for Geminis, not good for Sagittarians. I know some depressed Aquarians or low-key depressed Aquarians. But not every, and any athlete, anybody who enjoys getting out in the gym is miserable right now. People who really enjoy their gym time, and it's talking to somebody who doesn't like the gym, and they're like, well, it's not essential. I'm like, it's very essential because it's a huge social opportunity for people, and it's a big part of a life. So yeah, it is essential. I know too many small gym owners that are going out of business because of this shit. So I've always, if you can go to a liquor store, you can go to the gym. If you can do this, you can do that. If you can stand in line at Walmart, like me at Benedict's in the greenhouse, you can go here and you can do that. That's my sense. That's where I come from with this, and I'm watching small businesses being destroyed. So I look at it from a different perspective. I'm on a few sites of people who are sharing some really awful stories, landlords who are extorting, threatening to take over businesses, lock them out of buildings, and they're only like a month behind, but they don't have the pockets to sit there. And then they're like, well, why want all the money when you go back to work? Well, you can't, a week before the rent's due on June 1st, if you're going back on May 20th, so not cool. Not cool for a lot of people. And I wrote in my newsletter, we're all in this together, but it's a storm. We're not all in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? If you're lucky enough to be home getting a paycheck, if you're lucky enough to be home, supported, that's wonderful and good for you, taking nothing away from that. I talked about the liquor stores being open, and somebody I knew was like, hey, thanks a lot. I sell mead, and I'm like, nothing against you. Liquor stores are making bank right now, and good for them. Good for them. I'm just saying, if you can be open, why can't I be open? That's all I'm saying. Have you ever been to a liquor store? They have no windows. They're closed. They're usually tiny little aisles, dusty. Really the healthiest place in the world, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, that's just how I feel. So, looking at Taurus, we have the Nine of Coins reversed, Strength reversed, the Ace of Cups, Judgment, Five of Swords, the Queen of Cups reversed. Oy. Well, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Coins reversed, and of course this is Taurus. So Taurus is always around money. They rule the house of money, income, assets, and it's Nine of Coins reversed. So it's Taurus being worried. But I'm going to say for Taurus here, it looks like you're more worried about a parent than you are yourself. Someone you really love, and you may have, or I don't know. Yeah, it could be sickness. A strength reversed can speak to illness. Five of Swords, the need to get outside help, and maybe you may have a mother or a mother figure or a grandmother who refuses to go to the doctor. This is someone you love, by the way, and it's really judgment. It's all about getting them to go. They need to go to the doctor. They need to, whether it's a psychologist because of depression or it's a physical illness, and this is all done with love. Why is money reversed? Three of Coins reversed. What you may have, and I've got a few people who have this, mothers who won't quit working, and they're working through sickness. Now, if that mother's a Taurus, they are the most stoic people. You could cut off their arm, and they would put a tourniquet and keep working, okay? I watched my ex-father-in-law tear his rotator cuff 8 months before he went to a doctor. 8 months. He kept working. He just kept going. They are the most stoic sign physically. They just physically think of a bull in the arena. They're just putting swords into that bull. I hate bullfighting, of course, and that bull just keeps going until they drop dead. They lose enough blood, they die. I mean, that's Taurus energy. They do not give up. And in fact, they do say that an angry Taurus is the only sign that a Scorpio will back down from. Scorpio don't back down from nobody. But an angry and enraged Taurus, everyone runs. You don't even negotiate at that point. If you push a Taurus to the point that they're enraged, you're done. Run. Don't wave a red flag in front of them. In this case, yes, it could be a mother, could be the Taurus themselves. But it looks more like Taurus is the one who's got to talk to this. Looks like it might be a water sign because it's the Queen of Cups reversed. Could be depression, could be sickness. But with these cards and the need to get help, it really is about getting them help. It's on you to do that, it looks like. You get a King of Cups reversed. You got the Queen of Cups reversed. Could be the parents. This requires professional help. This requires someone to come in and assess the situation, whether they're having financial issues or more like physical issues. It's time to get in there and get help. I mean, sometimes the cup cards reversed speak to alcoholism or addiction. I'm not seeing it here, okay? But it could have been someone who was an alcoholic who did, and then now years later, this is now they're sick. But that doesn't feel right to me, okay? Excuse me. But it looks like you got a battle on your hands to get them to go and get help. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, Lisa, are you thinking about getting a different job? What would you like to do something different? Just out of curiosity. You're a Gemini. Okay. All right. And we are on Aries. Last one. Okay. Aries, Two of Cups reversed. The Knight of Coins. The Page of Swords reversed. The Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Two of Swords reversed. All right, this kind of sucks, honestly. The Two of Cups reversed is either two people that aren't seeing things or don't want the same things, or a sense of not having any friends, any support. But it's usually two people want two different things. The two of cups, I always say, is my favorite relationship card, but it's reversed. The Knight of Coins is money coming in. And the Page of Swords reversed, I'm going to say is reflection, because swords are communication and thought and air. So really thinking about how you make a living, thinking about how you bring money in. It's and not talking about that so much. It's reversed. So it's you're thinking to yourself, okay. Now look, the Ten of Swords is shitty. It's usually that card with someone prostrate and 10 swords in their back. It's not a great. It's feeling really like a failure. And the Ten of Wands is enormous pressure. And the Two of Swords reversed. I always say rock in a hard place, but it's reversed. It's choosing rock or hard place. There is no happy ending here. And no happy answer. Excuse me. There is money coming in. It is moving forward. The Five of Cups reversed. This isn't about going back to school. The Tower. The Ace of Swords. That's a very Aries card. And that really is looking at catastrophic changes, huge pressures, ready to move on. It could be you have a job, but man, you're really unhappy there. You know what you need to do. You're not going to move. Six of Swords reversed. Queen of Swords reversed. Oh, man. Again, you get the Queen of Swords reversed. Difficult female, sense of not being able to leave home. The Six of Cups reversed. That idea of stuck at home. You might be stuck at home with a mother or someone who's just awful. Got a few of you like that, with a sister or a sibling that's just terrible, and this sense of despair around that. This is all right. So this isn't great for Aries. Let's just see here. Outcome. The outcome has you doing something you don't want to do. Bottom line. And I say that I see the Lovers here, which is nice. But the Ace of Wands reversed, the Five of Wands upright, the Magician reversed, the High Priestess reversed, the Star reversed. It's almost like, look, I probably have any given week 5 or more people that come in the shop for a reading, just like this, or other, they're tired of what they do, but you see, it's like the coin cards reversed, but the Lovers, there's something you love to do, something that's creative, and all these cards are here, but you can't make money at it. And that's everyone that takes a Reiki class that dreams of being a Reiki teacher. And the fact is that there's no need for Reiki teachers right now. People are teaching Reiki online. They're teaching Reiki in the high schools. And a lot of our best Reiki teachers have stepped away from teaching Reiki. Why? Because it's become sort of a pyramid scheme, and they want no part of that. The good teachers want no part of that. Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3, and you too are a Reiki master, and now you can teach Reiki. And people come in my shop and they're like, I'm a Reiki master, and I'm wondering, do you need to teach Reiki? And I'm like, of course, I'm so sarcastic, and I keep myself from doing this, but it's like, Reiki Master San, I have been waiting for you to arrive. No, the fact is we all have Reiki. That ship sailed. We're all Reiki certified in some capacity. Now, if you want to go ahead and if you're into energy healing, cranial sacral, reflexology, so that's taking massage. A lot of people do massage. Take it, bump it up. Cranial sacral. There's a wonderful market for that. Reflexology, tremendous, but it requires training and it requires investment. I think reflexology is like $5,000. to get that certificate to work on someone's feet and hands. I'm doing the doing the movement here. There's always a way to incorporate what you do and what you love and your passions in your work if you look hard enough. But you may not be able to do exactly what you want the way you want it. And that was a theme through all these readings, mostly. You may not be able to do exactly what you want and make a living at it. And you may have to look at again, selling online. If you're a crafter, okay, open an Etsy store. But if you're making candles, you're competing with, probably 12,000 other candle makers. So you're going to have to get creative and figure out how your candles are different than anybody else's. If you make soap, again, figure it out. How is your soap different? And I have helped a lot of you, with some ideas, but you have to think outside the box and you have to think what makes what I want to do different. That's what's going to sell. And in times like this, like I said, this is when Disneyland was created. It was during Depression. Why? Because people wanted an escape. They wanted something different. They wanted fantasy. They still do. They still want magic. There's still a market for it. People still want to come in the shop and smell the smells and touch the stones, and those are still a big deal. If you got my newsletter, I hope you did. No, there's no stones that are going to cure COVID, and be really clear about that. But in terms of keeping your energy high so you don't get sick, that's another story altogether. And that's been proven scientifically. Just like we know burning frankincense, smelling frankincense helps alleviate depression. It's not woo-woo, that's science. It does. We know lemongrass helps calm you down, helps calm animals down too. Watch out for cats. Cats are very susceptible to oils, just be clear. If you're an artist and if you're a writer, I have so many people of all ages, like, I want to write. What the hell's stopping you? What is stopping you from writing? Seriously, if J.K. Rowling can be on welfare with a baby and divorced and handwrite Harry Potter in a coffee shop, longhand, you can write, Trust me, there's no excuses. Writers write. Start writing. Start blogging. Anyone can get a blog going. Go online, right? It's when you want to get paid for that it becomes a challenge. But it still can be done. You can still, I think, who remembers that book, The Christmas Box? This was going back, my God, it has to be at least 15 or more years ago. So I remember Regis Philbin was still doing the show, and he was talking about this wonderful book he read, and it was one of the few, was when people first started self-publishing, because no one wanted to touch this book. The writer couldn't get anyone to publish the book, so he published it himself, and it became a runaway bestseller. It was everywhere, The Christmas Box. And of course, Hallmark did a made-for-TV movie, so there's a will, there's a way. It just may take longer than you like, but for Aries, it's really going to be about compromise, and that's not something that Aries wants to do. Aries hates compromise. They're usually because they've been compromising all their life. Okay, usually they've had someone in their life. I'm thinking of my own dad, who's an Aries. There's been someone who just whether it was his own parents who were very difficult. A lot of Aries seem to have difficult parents. Historically, when I think about the Aries I know, they had parents who really did a good job beating them down. And maybe it's all that Aries energy that makes people want to beat them down. I don't know. But Aries is so aggressive, but in the best way. Like you say aggressive, but they're also ambitious. And they're also, gosh, Aries are like they go where angels fear to tread. Aries rushes in. They're first responders, firemen, cops, ambulance drivers, emergency room workers. Aries is unafraid. They're the first ones with their hands up to volunteer. Right after Leos and Sagittarians, they're the fire signs. They're Gryffindors. That's just how can I help? What can I do? Let's do it. It is like an Aries to go off half cocked, and not think it through, and not really look at the company they're keeping. Sometimes that's a big, especially when they're younger. But Aries, God, we need that energy. But in this case, Aries may have to compromise, and that's a problem. I know for the Aries. So yeah, all right. What else we got going on for comments here, guys? It's 16 is fine. That's the age I teach tarot. So 16 is fine. Nicoletta. Um, hmm. Hey, Angie. Yeah. Oh boy, Debbie. Okay. So you're probably dealing with your mother, huh, Debbie? Okay. Well, yeah, not an easy time, guys. Um, Hope that helped. I'm sorry. We're coming out of this. At the end of it, things are slowly gonna grind forward, and but there's still a lot of decisions people have to make. Um, I'm no different. I looking forward into September if this thing comes back around and we're shut down again. I didn't want to think about that. Okay, I didn't want to think about it because that needs not to happen. But yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. Ah, Lisa, you know what? Send me an email and I'll ask China has a list. We actually put a list together of everything that cats cannot have. So shoot me a message on the talisman or to myself, Laura Lenhart on Facebook, and I'll pass it on to China because we actually did that when it was toxic for their animals. Or you can Google it. I mean, but what what kind of spiritual classes, Angie? What are you looking to do? I mean, we're getting ready to do something online. And there are wonderful YouTube tutorials on different aspects of spirituality. But and I talked in my newsletter, if you got that, about meditation, and if you are looking to do, I don't know, the Akashic records or some really cool stuff that we're seeing people do. I mean, that's all available on YouTube. There are some good teachers. So I'm not sure where you're going with that. There's a delay in getting questions. Oh, okay, sorry. Hmm. I would start reading before I took classes, Angie. And I think I would start with some books like, I always advise this one, The Witch in Every Woman by Laurie Cabot, Many Lives, Many Masters by Dr. Brian Weiss. Let's see what we got going on here. Yep, got books coming in. But start with those two books right there, Angie. Start with those two. Keep thinking. Good night, Debbie. Um, Yeah, start with those two. The Witch in Every Woman is a great book. It has nothing to do with witchcraft per se. You can read it and not identify as a witch. It's a good book. It'll get you fired up, that's for sure. And I think everyone should. It's a classic. Many Lives, Many Masters by Dr. Brian Weiss. The hallmark of any of pagan or anything that isn't Christian, Muslim, or Judaism is the belief in reincarnation and many lives. And it's just a fascinating study. And it really but really, my dad was an Aries. So of course I know Aries well. Carrie, my dad was an Aries. My ex-mother-in-law was an Aries. I'm used to them. Bossy ass Aries people. Heart of gold, man. I have yet to meet in areas that didn't have a heart of gold. They mean well. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Well, start with those two, Angie. Start with those two books. Get them off eBay. Get them used. I mean, that's yeah, but it's part of your. No one can tell you what you can do. You've kind of got to find that out for yourself, and you do that honestly by reading. You've got to do your own studies. So, and unfortunately, folks go to so-called psychic healers to find out where their gifts are, and that's really not how it's done. I got to tell you, meditation is the hallmark. I wrote about it in my newsletter this month. If you're not getting my newsletter, again, message me. I will send it to you. But I talked a lot about meditation and the importance of it. You got to calm your mind, quiet your mind, center yourself, and nothing happens until you can do that. You can't do anything. Melatonin is always good if you are melatonin deficient. Remember Daisy's doctor telling me if you're deficient melatonin and you take it, it'll knock you out like a brick to the head. If you're not, it's not going to do anything for you. We've had success with orange selenite. I sell hearts. You put those in your pillow. That seems to help. Meditation, again, I'm going to go back to that. The idea of a meditation prior to sleeping, but it shouldn't put you to sleep. That's not the purpose of meditation. And a lot of us, I've got to tell you, again, it's the times we're in. My sleep is all over the place. I'm forcing myself to go. I'm not tired. I'm getting up really early, but I'm struggling to get to bed before 1 o'clock. I mean, it's just been ridiculous. And I'm still up at the same time. I've been going to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning. Yep. Yeah, I sent one to you. You wanted so Elizabeth had asked me to send her a bag of the sleepy stones, which we do, but I said, you know what? Try the orange. Did it work for you? It's orange selenite, and it was accidental. I dropped when it broke, and they're wrapped in plastic, and it just cracked. So I don't sell broken things in my store. I brought it back to my home, and it was next to my bed because I collect heart shaped rocks, and I fell asleep holding it. I was looking at it and just fell asleep, and I slept with no dreams. No dreams, just this. And I have very active, dreams, so I thought, weird. What was different? Why was I very restful sleep? And then I realized I was holding this orange selenite. So experimented with it. I gave it to China. How do you think? Is it working for you? It did. Then one of the people came in my shop whose mother had died unexpectedly, suddenly, a lot of grief, nightmares. I said, slip one of these in the pillow, see what happens. Oh my God, stop that nonsense. And since then, a lot of people, just orange selenite. Okay. Thank you. I do. And our online store is actually, we sell things online, but our online store is coming up after this crisis. I talked about in my newsletter too. I didn't want people spending money that they need to spend on bills and thinking that they were somehow going to stay healthier or listen, at my shop, I'm just apt to put things back on the shelves. Like, you don't need this, you don't need that. Nope, you don't need these candles. You don't. All you need is this. All you need is that. Worst salesperson ever, frankly. But you don't need. All you need is one good book. You don't need 10 of them. We all love books. We all love stones. We all love. But if you're short of money, and then there's a pandemic going on, let's not do that. I'll tell you what to do with household objects. I'll tell you to go on eBay and go look for it secondhand. There's wonderful books on eBay. I'm telling you, go on eBay. And I'll tell you what books to go for. All right. So, anyways, I'm gonna let you go. Everyone get some sleep. Try to get some rest. Glass of water next to the bed. Just a plain glass of water, plain tap water next to your bed. Don't drink it. Just leave it there. See what happens in the morning if it's full of bubbles. Throw it out the front door, way towards the street, fill it up again. it seems to keep the negativity away from you. The other thing that works really well is a railroad spike under the bed. Works fantastically. All right. So you're all welcome. Looking forward to seeing everybody back in the shop. Cannot wait. And everyone behave. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.